Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I would have been on at exactly the top of the hour, but we're dealing with the gentle slowness of Microsoft Edge with their ironic television commercials about, are you tired of lag? You can get Microsoft Edge. And I'm thinking, if lag was bothering me, the last thing I would get would be Microsoft Edge. Okay, or the last thing I would use. But we've got Cortana. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes Cortana works. Okay, anyway. We're doing two whiskeys today, two blended whiskeys. Ancient Age Preferred. Now, at first, I thought, well, it must be a recent production, like maybe from the 1990s. I don't believe that is the case. I think this is going back maybe as far as the Ancient Age Bourbon from 1936. Schenley Industries, today known as Buffalo Trace. Heard of them? They may have had this blended whiskey offering all along, alongside their 8-year, 6-year, and 5-year bourbons, and their 5-year just blend of straight whiskeys. And apparently, I saw an ad back in the 30s for Ancient Age rye whiskey. Yes, I said 1936, not 1946, like the company says. Now, Sazerac acquired Ancient Age when they acquired Schenley Distillery in 92. They changed the name to Buffalo Trace. I think they had been calling that distillery Blanton Distillery after they kind of named it in honor of a distillery master who brought them back from the jaws of the dragon. But I saw on these websites where you can buy old unopened liquor bottles, they had bottles of this with the old, you know, the tax stamp still on there. And that has to be before 1983, because 1983, they were no longer required to have that. And then it looked like there was one even from the 1970s. So, okay, this one has been operating under the radar maybe for 80 years. But I don't know. I couldn't find anything about a trademark, nothing. Regardless, it is Ancient Age Preferred blended whiskey. Carefully blended according to the finest old traditions. Okay, I bought this at BenQ Liquors in Baton Rouge, but I could have bought it right there, if that's a half a mile away at Winn-Dixie. They have the big handle bottle for $16.99. Okay. So all of a sudden, Ancient Age starts showing up all around here. There was one place in New Orleans that had it. I saw that last year. I said, what is this? And then everybody started having it. It's 80 proof. It says, now it's interesting. You got to read these bottles carefully. 20% straight Kentucky whiskey. So it's more than likely Ancient Age bourbon, probably the 3-year aged. And 80% spirits distilled from the finest grains, which is probably corn distillate. And that is more than likely coming from Midwest Grain Products, who is the supplier of practically everybody in America, but certainly Sazerac Company, because they told me on the tour, yeah, that's where we get our distillate from, so we can make gin and all this stuff. Okay, Tomb says, hey, Daddy. Hello, son. Your neighbor says, get smashed before daylight. Well, not with these little glasses. I'm not going to get smashed. Tomb says, Daddy always smashed. Well, you got the wrong daddy. Not smashed. Not smashed. I made 500 proof moonshine once. Oh yeah. How about that? Okay. Anyway, versus Country Club. Country Club. Where's my mind? Club 400 Special Reserve Blended Whiskey. Club 400. Excuse me. Now I know about this one. I found the trademark date. 1951. Even found the day and the month and the day. It says MD, Maryland, 16. That's the 16th year, 2016, 3/28 at 11:43 a.m. I mean, so they're telling you everything here. This was bottled on the 328th day of 2016 in Maryland. And apparently they get their grain neutral spirits from Midwest Grain Products also. They're going to go east along the interstate, 68 to Baltimore and deliver it. And then down to Frankfurt, they're going to take that Highway 127. I think U.S. Highway, which is the old interstate highway. I think U.S. Highway 127 goes from literally in front of distillery. That's the route I took on north to, yeah, I'm almost certain, to Cincinnati, crossing the river right there, because Midwest Grain Products is right next to Cincinnati. Okay, so all right, okay, all right. So Club 400. It's early. Wow, says Hoobity. It's early, but you know, do y'all get high gravity 800 down there? No, we do not. Not in Louisiana. I have to cross the border to Orange, Texas. But that's 206 miles away, and I don't think I'm going to drive 206 miles to go buy some HD 800. But we get a lot of other 8% high gravities, though, so it's not even an issue. We get other stuff that's right there in line with it. AAP, Ancient Age Preferred. All right, so am I going? I have to update my description here because I said this was sour mash. I can't back that up. I just assumed it was since they're using ancient age, and I'm assuming they're using ancient age bourbon. I mean, they probably are because it's right here. It's saying Frankfort, Kentucky, and that's where ancient age comes from. And they even have a website, bourbonwhiskey.com. Well, if you type that in, it's going to route you to an updated website called Great Bourbon. And they talk about ancient age and ancient age 10 star, the 3-year and the 6-year age. But you will not find the following on that website. Oh, let's look at these. Oh yeah, light, pale gold, amber, gold. This one's darker. Which is which, I'm not sure. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't want to know which is which until I start trying to taste it. You will not find the following on that Great Bourbon's website. Ancient age 90 proof bourbon. 90 proof. It exists. I saw it in Kentucky. I should have bought it, huh? I didn't. That was a mistake. I said, it'd probably taste the same, just stronger. But I don't know that. And one store in Kentucky had one next to the other, 80 proof and 90 proof. And I asked the lady, I said, 90 proof, is that common? She said, that's what most people buy around here. I said, oh. And another one you won't find on the website is the Ancient Age Preferred, the black label. So you won't find the black label and you won't find the 90 proof. But there's at least 4 made. 4. Could there be more? I mean, yeah. Sazerac is like Pabst Brewing Company. They have the 40 brands they show. They just don't mention the other 100 that they have. What you know about that 800? I know I like it, but it's too strong for me. Autumn says Ron would make a good comedian or actor. I know, but you know, I thought about that, and I decided that I'm going to sacrifice fame and fortune for respectfulness. And what I mean by that is, if I was to go into comedy, what happens? All the other guys are out of business. All the other comedians are within a year shut down, and it's over for them. You know, I mean, I'll take over the whole industry, and I don't want to do that. I don't think it would be right to just shut all these other comedians down. They need work. It's not like they can do alcohol reviews necessarily. So, although some of them could probably do cocaine reviews, but, you know, I don't want to, I don't need to take over that industry, and I don't think it would be a benefit. I mean, it would be funny. It would be a legendary event, but I'm just not going to do it. So I appreciate that, but I'm going to just pass. Well, anyway, I like your videos, Jay. It says Hoobadee. I'm right with you. Okay, thanks, folks. Thanks for your support. Many people like my videos, and there's some that don't, as you'll notice. That's their purview. They don't have to like them. And they're dedicated, too, because they wait. All day, they come home from work, and they're waiting. They're waiting. Where's this video? There it is. Put a thumbs down. Hurry. So, in a way, even the people that don't like them are dancing to the tune, right? They're dancing to my... Ronald is an ex-pagan. I never was a pagan. I'd rather be on the winning team, you know what I mean? All right. Don't want to be on the losing team. Okay, anyway. Why go for base metal when you can go straight for the gold? And you don't even have to be an alchemist to get the gold. That's the thing. That's the secret. That's the secret doctrine. That's the real secret doctrine. You can have the gold without being an alchemist. Okay. A green leaf. Okay, well, let's not get in. David Beers. David Beer. I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, getting a little hot here. It's going to be about 73 degrees today. Ugh, I have to take this off, I think. It's not even cool now. It's just a little damp, chilly. I think that the Ancient Age is going to be different because I think that Club 400 is going to have that unusual honeydew melon aroma. And I don't know where that's coming from. It's not flavored. They would have to disclose that. So it's just whiskey from Baltimore. I mean, maybe things in Baltimore smell like melons. I went to Baltimore many times. I never smelled melons. Had some good fried shrimp, though. Okay. This is very corn. This smells like mild bourbon. I swear to you, it smells like corn that is heavily fermented up to 80 proof. Cornbread, corn, really just corn, and then sourdough biscuit. That's got to be Ancient Age, but I mean, you know, might want to do more of a... Okay, so anyway, Ancient Age, they're saying on their website they were introduced in 1946. I even talked to the company. I told Sazerac, you're wrong. It came out in 1936. They're 10 years off. And then the lady says, well, how do you know that? I said, I have the proof. I gave her the copyright date and the link to back that up. I gave her a bunch of ads. I gave her links and copied attachments of advertisements from 1936 from magazines. Okay. Got no response, and they never changed it. At least Anheuser-Busch will change things if you let them know they got it wrong. I noticed Miller Coors got their updated nutritional list PDF file wrong. I mean, the list is correct, gives all the ingredients to each beer, which is nice. But then it's saying it was updated in December 1917. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is 2017, not 1917. Oh, man, this thing here. This is some corn, but there's a lot more yeast here, yeast and sourdough. Don't let people tell you that the blended whiskeys have no flavor and aroma and they're just junk, rock gut, bottom shelf trash. You're cheating yourself. Don't cheat yourself. And by the way, you can pay a lot of money for these blended whiskeys. Really, I was over there at Mathern's yesterday and they had Bird Dog. It's a blended whiskey, 80-20 blend, just like the two I'm looking at here, 80-20, and it's $21. I said $21. Now, it might be way better. I don't know. I've never tried it. Stanislav Bushuev says, smells good. Kind of broke. Hoobity, I'm sorry. Oh, Baltimore. Ron covered the Baltimore riots. No, I covered the Baltimore baseball game. I can't pin it down on the aroma. I swear I cannot pin it down, but they're different. To say they're the same, wrong. No way. There might be some melon here, dry flower nectar, and here is just corn. Golly gee. Okay, I got to taste them. I mean, it's got me perplexed right now. I did drink 3 cups of coffee, and I ate a piece of pumpkin pie, and drank some water, and that's it. Okay, and I had a vitamin C. Let's go, 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 go. Yeah, there's a lot of base distillate, of course. Base. It's 80% base. But there's flavor, no doubt. No doubt, my friends. There's rye spice. Uh-oh. Might be Buffalo Trace because they love to use a high rye mash bill. If you look at their website very carefully, they even give a PDF file showing all the mash bills. The high, the medium, and the low. But there is a melon taste. Okay. This one's got a lot of rye too. I mean, they both, man, that company Sazerac, the rye farmers must love Sazerac company because they must buy a lot of rye wheat. I mean, rye grain. Because they got such a peppery spice. I swear, it's like, you might have noticed that my friend David with the big beard, David Garlapede, he tried the Ancient Age Preferred and the Club 400. He liked them both. He didn't adore them, but he liked them. He's kind of cool with that kind of stuff. And he actually off camera preferred the Preferred over the Ancient Age Bourbon, which I found was shocking, but he did. I should have recorded that. Then he liked the Club 400. He gave it a B, a straight B, good. I mean, if you're buying a whiskey for $8 and it's good, that's a great benefit, isn't it? And it's going to last. This little bottle here will last months. A 750 would last many months. You buy the same size bottle of beer, it lasts 3 hours. And that was my friend Paul's theory all along. Well, this is not a great value, this beer. Of course, I like beer. I have no intention to stop drinking it. It's an everyday drink. Couldn't drink whiskey all day. I had a friend that did. He died. He was 49. Sad story. This is going to be so tough. Okay, so it's got the biscuit. It's got the oddly high rye component. All right. Now, which one's better? That's a good question. I can't really say because that would be a personal preference issue, so to speak. Like I could say, well, this one maybe is a touch less rye, and so maybe it's a little milder or something. But you can't say one's better than the other because it's got a taste point. I mean, it's not a quality issue. They're tied in quality, I guess. Majestic Distilling and Buffalo Trace have it nailed down. They ought to. They've been distilling since the 1800s. They didn't start last week. I don't know, but there's some kind of melon with that, and I don't know where that's coming from, man. I mean, if you're sipping on whiskey neat, you don't expect to taste melon, honeydew melon. It's almost like I'm wrong about that though. I think it's not honeydew now. I think it's cantaloupe. Like for real, I think I've been saying it wrong for the last few days. I think it could be like a cantaloupe. Why can't I tell them apart? Now I have to put, okay, so I have to put these into play against some other ones, and I don't think they're going to be as close. You're doing Sazerac against Sazerac. It's tough. It's like, ooh. But I think if I put this up against Jim Beam Choice, not Jim Beam Choice, Beam's 8-star, that's the one. Beam, Club 400 against Beam's 8-star. I think I'll be able to easily tell them apart because Beam's 8-star tastes like Jim Beam, just like a slightly altered version of Jim Beam bourbon, although the 8-star is about 45% cheaper, but it's maybe only 5% less quality. See? That's why all the bars use it, because you don't notice it. You're having a good time. Yay, drinking rum and bourbon and Coke. Say, give me a Beam and Coke. Okay, they will. They'll give you a Beam's 8-star and Coke. You think you're getting Jim Beam. You say, I'm happily paying $7 for this mixed drink. I know they're happy. It costs them about 7 cents to make it. Oh, well, if you add what the bartender makes, maybe it costs them 17 cents to make it. They don't mind selling it to you for 7 plus a tip. Anyway, and I think if I put it in there against Seagram's 7, and Seagram's VO, and Seagram's VO Gold, and Albertson's Canadian Blended Whiskey, I'll be able to easily tell them apart because they're not too similar. No melon. I get melon here. Atum says, what's your favorite high gravity malt liquor? I don't really like any of them, honestly, because they're too strong. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just too strong for me. I don't like that strong stuff. I'd rather drink a 6% Steel Reserve. I could drink 6% Steel Reserve and never get tired of it. It's so mellow and mild, but it's still got 6% alcohol, so it's strong. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful item. But the 8% is just jarring, It's like getting drug across gravel or something, or across sandpaper. For me, you say, well, you're weak. You're weak. Okay, I'll admit that. Never did dispute that fact. I guess I'll go with Hurricane High Gravity. That's the nicest tasting high gravity, I guess. Still too strong for me. I used to buy 12 packs of that stuff. I used to have it at Winn-Dixie, 12 packs for like $4.99. No joke. No, maybe it was $5.99. $5.98. That's what it was back around 2005. All the 12 packs used to be $5.98. But one day I was drinking it. I was watching a baseball game, I think, and I was sitting on the couch looking through National Geographic magazine, and I was drinking it. And I said, this stuff's too strong. I want to drink a beer. I don't want to eat a beer. I felt like I was eating a beer. So I never really bought it again. I say I never really bought it. I'm going to show you something in a minute. Okay, so I think before I accidentally glance, because when you get low in the, when you get too low, you can start seeing through the bottom in reverse, but you can still tell. I think that is the Club 400. I think this is the Club 400. Last taste. Would I recommend buying either? Oh, would I? You could get 2 bottles for less than $20 after tax. Unless you go to Alabama, maybe they'll rip off with their rip-off taxes. But yeah, I recommend it. They have good flavor. Good morning, Ron. Snow day here in Kansas, says the Whiskey Scout. I'm sorry to hear that. It's about 73 degrees here today. It's going to be about 73. It's going to be humid, though. I mean, when you get, I'm telling you, in Louisiana, you can get below 74, like 74 degrees and below, and you get the humidity. And if there's any kind of breeze, it'll give you a chill. It's not really that pleasant. That's why when it's around 80 degrees here, 82, everybody's comfortable. Like, you like the heat. You know what I mean? You just like it. And it starts drying out that humidity, like the heat will dry out the humidity so it doesn't feel bad. It feels comfortable. Or as people say in New Orleans, comfortable. Okay, the Whiskey Scout. Thanks for watching. I do recommend both of these. Now, some people are ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, I say I recommend them, and they'll say, well, what are you trying to say? It's Pappy Van Winkle now? Who said that? I mean, a fool might believe something like that. You have to have a child. A person would have to have a child's mentality to think that since I recommended these two to try and enjoy, that I'm comparing them to Pappy Van Winkle. I mean, use your brain. Okay, did you ever try that Imperial Russian Stout by Stone? Yes, I did. And it was a nearly world-class product, nearly world-class. Awesome. I even did a little rant and rave about the label on the video. It's unbelievable that you could get this much rye spice component from an 80-20 blend. When you're thinking, you know, like 80% of what I'm drinking by volume is odorless and tasteless, or it's essentially odorless and tasteless. So it's an amazing thing that they could bring out so much flavor from so little. You know, never before have so much flavor come from so little. You know, have so many owed so much to so few, right? I think I saw somebody with that Stone Russian Imperial. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of the Rogue. Oh, no. I'll get it straight. I'm thinking of the Lagunitas. I'm sorry, all this West Coast stuff. Yeah. Lagunitas. That's the one I did the rant and rave about. Lagunitas. And I notice a lot of people can't pronounce that word. They say Lagunitas. And that's because a lot of people are sort of quasi-illiterate. But that's another rant and rave because they don't teach phonics in school, so people don't know how to pronounce. True story. Okay, I think this is Club 400. And I guessed it within 10 seconds, if you recall the beginning of this video production. What did I say here live on the internet? I said it had a melon aroma, and I think it's Club 400, but let's see. So this video is 30 minutes, and it only needed to be 30 seconds. See? Aha! Can you tell whiskeys apart if you train yourself? Apparently so. I've been doing it, and I'm getting more and more accurate, more and more accurate. So obviously that is the case. So whiskey was the case that they gave me. Now, the whiskeys, Stanislav says, oh, okay, I'm going to read the comments and I'm getting off this internet productional facility. Have you tried any Scottish, Irish whiskey, says Sofa King? Drunk Danny. Well, yes, I've tried Clan Macgregor Scotch, and me and my daughter liked it a lot. And we tried Jameson, and then Jameson Cask Mates, the one made with stout, and the Jameson. There's 3 of them. There was a variety pack. She had 3. We tried all 3, and they're all posted, and we liked all 3. You like Jameson? Oh, yes. That's mild, 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 mild. The Whiskey Scout says, nice Churchill quote. Oh, thank you. And anyway, this is not the beginning of the end with these videos. This is perhaps the end of the beginning. Okay, I want a cigar. Thanks for mentioning Churchill, says Atum. You're welcome. You heard me clink those glasses? It's a celebration, fellas. Salute. Huh. Now go home and get your shine box. All right, anyway. Hold on, people. I'll show you a few things before we get off of this particular exemplification. Stay right there. I'm going to show you some things, Danny. All right. Okay. First of all, little known fact about Churchill. Oh yeah, the special brew in his honor. That's right. Carlsberg made the special brew in the early 50s. Funny how, like a clown? Yeah, what am I here to make you laugh? I'm here to entertain you. No, he said I'm funny. He's a big boy, Anthony. That's right. Okay, anyway, yeah, I wanted to try Carlsberg Special Brew. Some guy on Facebook said, I'm going to send that to you. I said, no, that's too much money. No, I insist. I insist. So then he tells me later, well, that's too much money. I can't afford to send it. I said, well, I'll try to tell you. First of all, we don't have Special Brew, but we've got Hurricane High Gravity, malt liquor, always malt liquor. Always malt liquor, Hurricane High Gravity since 2005. It's got a flying H on it, and who wouldn't want to beer with a flying H? An H with Paul McCartney and wings. Look at that. You could drink this down on Junior's farm. All right, be bold, be smooth, be powerful. Oh boy, and I got a 4-pack. Oh my goodness. And it's so cold. Always malt liquor. Now, Danny, try driving after 4 of those. I would not try to do that. Try walking after 4 of those. Danny, get ready, because here comes Buchanan's Deluxe, a product of Scotland. 12-year aged Scotch. Look at that, with that beautiful embossed back. This green bottle with this red cap. Blended Scotch whiskey aged 12 years. It's from Glasgow, Scotland. And do you know this was introduced in 1884? And I got this for a great deal because this little very dodgy, as they would say in the United Kingdom, dodgy, like questionable convenience store had this bottle and a bottle of Clubhouse gin from Kentucky. And he was negotiating with me. He's one of these people not born in America. And I said, how much you want for this bottle? I'll sell it to you for $12. I said, $12? It was all covered with dust and grime. I said, I don't think so. And then I was looking at the Clubhouse gin. And I was like, nah, don't worry about it. He said, okay, for you, $12 total. If you pay me cash right now, you'll get it for $12 total. I said, nah, you're talking Sahib. And I gave him $12 cash, and we made the transaction. He told me, now look, I own the store. If you come back in, other workers, you do not tell, you know, we say, do not tell them about this deal. Only I can make such a deal. Only I can make such a deal. I said, I'm good. I'll be back. Only talking to you. And so that's a guy I'm going to visit in the future to get little deals on oddball liquors that nobody's ever heard of. I'm in tight with Sosa. Okay, anyway, let's see. Danny says, never seen that before. Made in my home city as well. Wait a minute. Hold on. You've never seen Buchanan's? And they got on the website, it's made with a royal appointment of Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, and it won the Queen's Export Award in 1972, and then it won it again in 1974. That's bizarre. They claim it's one of the top-selling Scotch whiskeys in Latin America. Okay, here's some other ones, Danny. Here's the one we tried, my daughter and myself. I got an unopened bottle. Clan Macgregor blended Scotch whiskey, product of Scotland. Complex, sweet, and mellow flavor. You can see the sun is coming up. Royal is my race. So it's got a lion, and it says Royal is my race. And it's a big old write-up on the back, blah, blah, blah. And it's... goes on and on. Okay, Scotch whiskey. My daughter and I tried it. You know, I bought this bottle at Walmart for $9.79 plus tax. $9.79. Even has the medals on there that it won. So, Clan Macgregor. Here's one called Sir Malcolm. Ron only drinks Pitbull. Actually, I don't drink that at all. Buchanan's is mostly for export, says the Whiskey Scout. Oh. Okay, hold on a second. Never seen that before. Okay. Atum says, review some Taka. Ha. Well, actually, don't laugh, because I did review Taka gin, and that was pretty good. Taka gin is like really highly rated considering the cost. Like some places $7.99, $6.99. If you like Clan Macgregor, says the Whiskey Scout, you will like the Buchanan's 12-year, which is, you'll like it even more. I believe that. I think you're correct, Whiskey Scout. $9. Wow. Yeah, no joke. $9.79 for that Clan Macgregor. Well, here's one that's $9.99. Just about 20 cents more. Sir Malcolm Royal Club. You know how when you're sitting back drinking Sir Malcolm Royal Club? There's the two lions, the crown, highest quality, product of Scotland, soft and mellow. And it's got King George VI, some kind of Roman temple. There's some Roman goddess. Looks like a police badge. I have to look at these under a microscope. I'm sorry, a microscope, a magnifying glass. It's got a key, a shock of wheat, a barrel, and a pot still, a blend of 100% choice Scotch whiskey, and blah, 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 blah. It's very popular around here in Louisiana now. People in Scotland are like, what the hell is that? Okay, anyway, third Scotch, Danny. The Spirit of Adventure. This is from 1923, not this particular bottle, but the brand. Cutty Sark. It's a photo of Venus. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, Venus. Cutty Sark, blended Scotch whiskey. There's the Cutty Sark. That's the ship, the Cutty Sark. Famous clipper ship. It won many races in the days of the clipper ships. Green bottle. Well, they had this on sale at Rouse's for $13.99. It's normally much more expensive, but it's not an expensive Scotch whiskey. There's also a Cutty Sark. It's like a black label, and it's 100 proof. Yeah, that's the 100 proof. I haven't seen it around here, but Danny, you might have heard of Cutty Sark. Spider, bring me a Cutty and water. Remember that scene? Bring me a Cutty and water. And then the Whiskey Scout says Cutty Sark is all right. Yeah, I know Cutty Sark, says Danny. Okay, I'd like to try it. What am I, a mirage? You got me on the pay no mind list, kid? No, I thought you said I'm all right, Spider. No, I thought I am all right. I thought you said I'm all right, Spider. Okay, it's good for me, a little less complex than bourbon. Okay, I paid $2 less for Cutty Sark, $3.75 around here. So in other words, you bought a half-size bottle and you paid $11.99. Good grief. I guess I got a great deal at Rouse's. I don't know what the deal is over there. Okay, well, enough jibber jabber. But I could do this all day. Get on the internet, look at people's beer and whiskey and wine that they have. Like, look at this, look at that, look what I have. It's like, I wish I had it. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. That's the 3 Scotch whiskeys. Oh, I'm sorry, the 4. This is the one coming up. We're doing an examination on February 12th. I bet it's going to taste good. You know me. I'm not really that good of a beer reviewer or whiskey reviewer because I like everything, right? So that's my fault. People are like, what do you think about Meisterbrow? Oh, I liked it. And somebody might say, well, you know, you like Budweiser, you idiot. That's true. I do like Budweiser. I drank one Friday night and I just adored it. I loved it. It was good. So call me a heathen and a iconoclast. All right. Well, I have to do some wine drinking, and actually, I'm going to upload a beer review that I did in Jefferson Parish earlier this week, and I'm going to follow it up with a revisit because that beer is one that I may never see again. So I'm going to post a video and then do immediately a revisit because I think I do better as a solo reviewer. I can think a little clearer, you know, like I like to do the joint duo reviews with David and other people like my daughter. But sometimes I think I can think a little clearer when I'm solo, which you might find strange. But Danny says, every alcoholic beverage has a time and place, Jay. Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out what place and time Camo would have, right? If you ever try the Camo line of 14% alcohol beers, where would the time and place be for that? Because I'm not sure where that time. Maybe if you're in hell. Okay, I just figured it out. Like if you went to hell and you said, this is torment. I'm being tormented for my sins. And I never repented of my sins, and I died and I went to hell. And then you were told, well, you're in these flames, right? Yes. We're going to give you something to drink when you're in these flames. And you said, oh, thank God. Although I rejected God in my human life, now I'm in hell. And then they said, here's what you're going to get. Camo extra ice. Well, that would be worse than the flames. You would rather be burnt, probably. So they make you drink Camo and hurricane high gravity 12%. And that really would be hell. That would be, and you'd have to drink it for eternity. So you say, oh no, why didn't I repent? Woe is me. All this wailing and gnashing of teeth, this outer darkness, and only thing I could drink is Camo. The only thing I could drink is Camo and earthquake high gravity. and Boom from the Czech Republic, and Super Brew 15% alcohol from Bucharest, Romania, which is made with apparently radioactive isotopes if you ever drank it. Sofa, he says, before a heavy metal concert. I wouldn't drink it before anything, maybe before suicide, but it'd probably snap you out of it. If you were in a deep suicidal depression and you drank Camo Black Ice, it would probably snap you out of it like more effectively than shock treatment, I think. It probably would work better than shock treatment. All right, anyway, so enough of this. So thanks for watching this video production, and maybe in 2 days we'll do, let's see, Club 400, which I would recommend, against, how about Early Times? That's a blend of straight whiskeys. It's like a bourbon that isn't a bourbon in America, but you know, I might try that. That might be an interesting little thing to check out. All right, so thanks for watching this video production. I'm sorry I got to run. I got to go walk 1.5 miles today. I've got to drink the rest of the Carlo Rossi Chianti, because I got Blush coming up. I've got to do the beer review, revisit from Leinenkugel's. I've got to, I just got a lot of projects to work on that involve beverages. Thanks for watching this video production. You take care.